thefam.news.
There is a big difference between a conference and a summit, and you're about to find out what it is. Sleep Summit 2024 registration is officially open. You're going to be able to save some money on VIP and general admission tickets. And yes, we have a theme. It's about to be revealed. Who's ready to go back to the future of sleep? The Fam podcast starts right now. Hey, are you a mattress retailer looking to supercharge your business? Introducing Podium, your secret weapon. I use it. I'm a huge fan of it. And with Podium's AI-powered lead conversion, you can engage with customers in seconds via text, making it feel like they're talking to a friend. But hey, that's just the beginning. Podium offers texting, payments, reviews, website chat, and more, all in one place. You've got to be the most responsive retailer to help customers solve those sleep problems in the moment. Harness the power of Podium today and start growing your business. Visit podium.com right now to learn more.
Welcome to the Fam Podcast with Mark Kinsley. This is where the best in the betting business get even better.
Hey fam, it's Mark Kinsley. I'm so excited that Sleep Summit 2024, our second annual event. You know, when it's the second event, you can start saying annual. The first event is inaugural, and we had over 115 people. We packed the room with mattress retailers. We had incredible speakers, and it was a wonderful event. If you want to see some of the testimonials from that event, head over to sleepsummit.thefam.com. So sleepsummit.thefam.com, and you can hear from Megan Anderson and Justin Trumbo. You can hear from Joel Buer, Matt Smith, James Perez. A bunch of people came out. Harry Roberts, the co-founder of Mattress Firm, were nice enough to talk about their experience. But I want to take a minute here because in the spirit of last week's podcast with Eugene Aleto. So if you didn't hear that episode, it's created the most buzz and the most chatter from any podcast we've done so far this year, maybe in the past 12 months. And it was a really insightful conversation because Eugene truly sees this industry and business, and I think life, differently than a lot of people. And I loved hearing his perspective. I loved hearing his true and authentic story. And we talked a little bit after the fact. And, it came up. I mean, surely people know at this point that Eugene has made some money. I mean, he has a multinational company that's been very successful. They sell to hundreds and hundreds of retailers all over the United States and beyond. And so one of the things we talked about was the difficulty that goes along with leaving a job where, as a sales rep, an independent sales rep, he was making over $1 million a year. So what would make somebody leave those conditions and actually jump and take that entrepreneurial leap? And so we got into that. And I talked to Eugene after the fact, and I don't think he would mind me sharing this. People connect with your vulnerabilities, not your victories. And by sharing that victory of how successful he was and what he chose to do because he wanted to push himself and he wanted to play at the highest level, it was showing his vulnerability through that vehicle of victory. And so I really appreciated him opening up and sharing his story. And I know many of you did as well, because you reached out to me and you reached out to Eugene and Shayna and some of the team members at Bedgear. One of the things that Eugene talks a lot about is not disrupting things, but being additive within this industry or wherever you are. And so I really see Sleep Summit as being additive to the industry, not disrupting anything, not taking away, but truly growing the pie instead of stealing slices of the pie. And what I mean by that is there are conferences, and I think conferences are fine. Conferences are for consumption. Summits are about solutions. And that is one of the additive distinguishing factors about Sleep Summit. And that's why I want you to join me there, because if you want to be a part of the conversation or witness to the conversation or shape the conversation about the future of the mattress and sleep industry, this is the vehicle to do it. And as you know, like when you go to the G8 Summit, these world leaders are not going there to clink a few glasses or just simply to consume content. They want to shape the landscape of globalization, the landscape of the political climate, the landscape of relationships between countries, keeping them strong. And they want to shape things. And so that's why summits are about bringing together the interested people and parties who want to shape that landscape together. They don't want to sit back. They don't want to consume. They want to really be a part of it. And so the summit is named appropriately because we want to do it in that way. We don't want you to come and be an idle participant who's simply drinking the water. We want you to be there to make the meal with us. And yes, we want to have a lot of fun along the way, and we want to accomplish a lot. We want to give you a pathway forward. At the last Sleep Summit, it was a different experience for people because we created the Mattress Mentorship Mastermind program, because the itch I was scratching for myself was I a lot of times go to these events and there's no community and connectivity between those events. And so this was a way to have that connective tissue, to find structure and support and accountability and community. And whenever we opened that up, people were like, I just didn't know this was an option. And it was uncomfortable for some people and it was invigorating for other people. And so we're going to open that program up again. You'll have a chance to hop into the Mattress Mentorship Mastermind if that's something you're interested in. But I want to talk about something I'm very excited about, which is the theme for Sleep Summit 2024. So again, get your calendar out real quick. Mark arrival on October 8th by 5:30 p.m. Depart the morning of October 11th. You're going to fly into the fully under remodel XNA, that's Northwest Arkansas Airport. You're going to take about a 20-minute Uber ride downtown. You're going to stay at the Motto by Hilton or the 21C Museum Hotel where we had it last time. And you're going to be about a 5-minute walk away from the Record, which is our industrial, cool, super vibed up venue. And we're going to spend time getting access and information and insights from some of the brightest minds in the bedding business and the sleep industry and beyond. And our theme this year is something that not only is fun, but has a lot of meaning for me. The theme is Back to the Future of Sleep. And the tagline here is really important, I think, for us to pause on for a moment. Rewind to what works and reimagine the future. There was somebody in one of our group programs who said, it worked so well, we stopped doing it. It worked so well, we stopped doing it. How many times has that happened? You know, it's one of those situations where, oh my gosh, we thought of this amazing new idea. It's working really well. And it worked. And we forgot to keep doing it because maybe it wasn't novel anymore. Maybe it wasn't fun anymore. Maybe we didn't train to that consistently enough. Or maybe the leadership thought it was being trained to or executed on the floor or within the company or the operations or the delivery side of the business or whatever it might be. And it wasn't. You put things in motion and sometimes it's like, oh, we forgot. We got to get back to the basics, the fundamentals. What are the timeless truths? And that's what going back to the future, as we head back to 1955, Marty McFly and Doc Brown style, we're going back to revisit what's always worked, the timeless truths, so that we can harness those for maximum impact. You know, it's getting those fundamentals down. It's like talking to a world champion karate guy. You know, there's this guy from Portugal. It was the first time that a Portuguese person had won a world karate championship. And they asked, what did you do? Like, what made the difference for you? Basic punches and kicks every single day. It was the fundamentals. If you can't dribble a basketball really, really well, if you can't shoot your free throws, if you can't make a solid pass and a bounce pass, you're not going to be, throwing oops and dunking. You got to get those fundamentals down. And those are those timeless truths that we want to tap into on the operations side, the finance side, the sales side, the marketing side, the merchandising side. There are things that we need to resurface that have always worked. And then once we go back to the future, then we got to go back to the future. And this is all about shaping and creating the environment that we want to operate in. This is not only envisioning what the future can be, it is actually putting steps in place to create it as an industry. And I think many of you know my mission. I think through the vehicle of the mattress industry, we can be the agents of influence and change for global sleep health. This is not just about slinging white rectangles to me. This is about bringing together people that understand when 10% of the population is in the market for a mattress at any moment, we have an opportunity to potentially change the trajectory of 10% of people's lives and get them on a path to better sleep health. It's one of the reasons we launched the Drift Sleep Guide Certified program in partnership with Dr. Kimberly Lemke, because number one, we wanted to get our industry sleeping really well. Because if we're sleeping well, we're eating our own cooking. People are going to walk in to buy a mattress and they're going to see a well-rested, happy, vibrant, effervescent person who's living their best life. And they're going to say, I want some of that. So it starts with us. And then once we are able to get our own sleep house in order and we learn about sleep and we understand, like Dr. Lemke talks about, what it means to fill up that sleep balloon. If you're watching on YouTube, I've got my purple balloon here. If you understand all those things, you can be a sleep guide. You can guide. We're not here to prescribe. We're not here to diagnose, but we can, like I said, guide them toward better sleep health. And so whenever they get that great new mattress, they're going to maximize it with all of this good stuff they're doing during the day, most of the time, to fill up that sleep balloon and have a great night's sleep. So we're going to get into that at Sleep Summit as well. And by the way, quick side note, if you haven't seen our Drift Sleep Guide certified program, head over to thefam.com. There's a big purple banner up on the front there. Go to thefam.com, get your team signed up, start differentiating yourself in the marketplace, even if you differentiate yourself by saying the word incorrectly 3 times. We've got about 25 people signed up for it so far, and it's going really well. And big shout out to Dr. Kim. She's absolutely amazing. She makes learning about sleep fun. And I'm kind of the translator who helps everybody understand, okay, how do you use this information within a selling environment to differentiate your salespeople and your business, and ultimately, like I said, put people on a path to better sleep health. So that's the future part of what we're going to do with Back to the Future of Sleep. We're going to rewind to what works, and we're going to reimagine the future. And if we don't do that, if we don't manifest that future, if we don't have a 1080, 4K, 8K vision for what we want it to be, we're just going to continue to limp along, and we're going to be mattress salespeople instead of sleep guides who are there to truly help people understand what can happen whenever they harness the power of better sleep. It's foundation. It's not a pillar. It's the foundation of health and wellness. So please join me. I want to personally invite you here. I know, I'm on the podcast or on YouTube, and you're, on the treadmill or in the car or maybe walking the dog. That's fine. But this is my personal invitation. You can text me anytime. You can go over to thefam.com. You can communicate with me. I want you there. I want you to join the many retailers that showed up last time and really unlock what I feel is the mattress industry's most dynamic growth summit. And again, remember that. It's not a conference where you're going to sit back and consume. I want you to get involved. I want you to be a part of the workshops. I want you to be a part of the fun. I want you to go back to the future of sleep with me. So like I said, head over to sleepsummit.thefam.com, sleepsummit.thefam.com. You can learn more about it. You can get signed up. Our early bird special ends July 31st. So you can get $100 off a general admission ticket right now, or $150 off a VIP ticket. We did sell out of VIP tickets last time, and we will sell out this time. So I don't want you to wait past that July 31st date. Thank you to everybody who has supported this event already. Our dream campers, our Sleep Summit founders that goes way back when. I want you to come out and have a really good time. And I'm going to read you a quick blurb of an email that was sent to me unsolicited, just to kind of put it in perspective. It was from somebody who had been to another industry conference. And they said, I've been meaning to send this to you since I attended that conference. But this was my first one. And this person said, I met many of the attendees and FAM members there. And all I can say is it seemed like night and day to a FAM event. I felt the conference was a structured checklist of repetitive content that has happened for years, mostly data, but nothing to do with it or follow up. I felt it did not have heart like FAM events do. And so thank you for sending that email. That means a lot. Again, if we're going to shape the future of this industry, we have to be a part of that orchestra. We have to be a part of shaping it. We have to play in this band together. And that's why I'm so passionate about making sure that you show up, bring your teams, and head out to Sleep Summit this year. I know it's a quick podcast here today. Please share this with your friends and fam, and I hope to see you there.
My name's Harry Roberts, and I'm out here at Sleep Summit in Bentonville, Arkansas, having a blast. Well, the expectation was just to meet a lot of great people, be around a lot of great minds, and it's even better than that. It's been fantastic learning something every minute of this event. It's been awesome. It was really cool when Jason Friedman said, if you have your why, it makes finding how so much easier. Just being up on stage and all the love I got from everyone. You know, being a founder of a mattress firm, co-founder, some great stories in there, but the people still love hearing it, and I'm glad it still inspires them. So, why Sleep Summit rocks is because it's with people in our industry that just want to get better and help people sleep better, help retailers get better, and they're all passionate about getting better.